Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for March 2018. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I'd like to take a moment to let you know that I am going to read the cards a little bit differently this month. If you watch my readings every month, then you will know that I normally stick to the same pattern, but I'm changing it up this month, and I would appreciate if you let me know if you want me to return to how I was reading them before, or if you like this new version better. Please just let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's jump into this. Okay, first card we have is Ace of Swords. This is for you guys, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Ace of Swords. I love the Ace of Swords. This is like this sword that literally, excuse my French, it just cuts through all of the bullshit. It gets you to the truth of the matter immediately. So I love this energy. It's a no bullshit energy. You're getting to the truth. You got logic and focus on your side. Love this energy. So, you could be starting something new, or, maybe you're going down a different path. Maybe you're bringing in something new. Maybe you're deciding to go down a completely different path. Could be with, related to your job, could be related to your relationships, whether they be romantic or platonic. This can cover just about every aspect of life, but overall there is a new beginning here. And there will be a lot of forward thinking and focused action. And it's like victory is very, very near with this energy. So you guys are definitely on your game, and you're going after victory. This can also signify the birth of a child. I'll just throw that out there for a few of you that this may resonate with. And a lot of times this card signifies that you have definitely risen out of a much more difficult situation, but you are so much more stronger and so much more focused than you were previously. So that difficult situation and coming out of it, you're rewarded with the Ace of Swords here. So this is beautiful to start with. Okay, for our circumstances card, we have the Nine of Wands. So this is about being prepared to handle any type of adversity that comes your way. And you see he has a bit of a bleeding wound there because he's already been in battles. These do not have to be physical battles. These could be verbal battles. But overall, you are just very much prepared to handle any type of adversity, any type of difficulties, anything that comes your way. You will stand your ground. You will defend yourself. And you'll even defend your friends and family members. And you're definitely ready, willing, and able to defend your beliefs and your value system if need be. You are not afraid. Come at me, because I will beat you. Okay, for our focus, we have the Ace of Cups in the reversed position. So some of you could potentially, for those of you who may be in the beginning of a romantic relationship, it may be very rocky right now. And it's not to say that it's doomed. It could just simply be indicating that this is going to be a very slow involvement. One that's going to take a lot of time. Not something you want to rush into. Now, the Ace of Cups in the reverse position can also indicate that perhaps you may not have your heart open to love. And a lot of times this can stem from being hurt in the past. So, this can indicate that, your heart may not be so open for love. Maybe this doesn't interest you. Maybe you're not wanting to be in a relationship. Maybe that's something you just don't desire. And that's okay. Everyone's different. Not every Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign is going to be the same. So, we will be clarifying these three for certain. Okay, this is your recent past or the energy that is currently passing. So some of you could still be in this energy, but it is moving away. Or this is fully in your past, but it would be your recent past. Here we have the Sun. So it looks like you guys have achieved a goal that you had been working towards. Maybe this was a relationship goal. Maybe this was a happy marriage. Maybe this was a happy romantic relationship. Maybe this was you obtaining a job or a position that you were going after. But overall, it culminates in happiness. So you achieved something here which brought you much joy and happiness. Now, this card would be the present energy, the here and the now, the present type of energy. We have the Four of Cups in the reversed position. So this shows that you have a renewed interest. Perhaps at some point you went within and you were just pretty much feeling, discontent, dissatisfied with life in general. Maybe you were just bored. But you have come out of that phase. And you have a renewed interest in getting out there. You're ready to go out and have a good time. This is a card of really needing passion and adventure and, travel. And this is also a card of, really desiring love as well. This doesn't have to be committed love, but love, admiration. But overall, this is a passionate card in the reverse position. And it shows that you're ready to go out and just have a great time. You want to go and hang out with your friends. Maybe you want to go take some trips. Maybe you're ready to go out and travel and explore. But your hope and your interest in life in general has returned. So you're ready to face everything that comes your way. Okay, this is the card of your near future. So this could be about 1 to 2 weeks out. For some of you, you could be going through this energy now. Some of you will see this start taking shape over the next week or two. Each person is different. We have the Chariot in the reversed position. So when it's in the upright position, this is about victory through adversity. This is about going after a goal. You have a very specific goal and you're going after it. When it's in the reversed position, you still want to achieve and accomplish obtaining this goal, but unfortunately in the reverse position you're experiencing obstacles and delays. Sometimes this can indicate that your health could be affected. You might feel beat down mentally, physically, even emotionally. This is where we can burn ourselves out. So maybe you guys have simply just overworked yourself. But a lot of times we're going after something and we encounter all of these obstacles and just downright frustrations. And sometimes we're just kind of stuck at what is going wrong, what is causing all of these problems to happen. Why does it feel like the more I try, the more I'm failing? Well, there is a need for you to pull back. You need to step back and take a look from a more objective point of view so that you can, first and foremost, allow yourself to regroup and recuperate, because you really do need to rest. But you want to step back and look at the situation objectively to see, is there something that you're missing? Maybe something you didn't plan for while you're trying to achieve this goal. Maybe you're just missing something, and a simple tweaking of your plans could, turn this chariot right upright. But, a lot of times there is a need to retreat, okay? Because when your plans start falling through and they're not coming together the way that you want them to, sometimes, this can automatically just, make us frustrated and angry. And what you need to do is you just need to retreat. You need to stay calm and retreat. And as I said, just take the time to look at things objectively, because you just may need to tweak something. But some of you do need to retreat to take a time out to allow your body to heal up, because some of you are just overworking yourselves and just pushing yourself beyond your limits, and this can make you ill. Now, for some of you, this can indicate that you might have an enemy or an adversary, and under this type of energy, it may appear that they are doing better than you. Maybe they're achieving something that you want, maybe the same type of goal you're going after. And so that can cause anger to rise up as well. Again, just retreat. Don't worry about them, retreat. Look at the situation objectively and worry about you. Now, this can also indicate that some of you may have to have some repairs done on your vehicle. Quite often when the chariot comes up in the reverse position, we may encounter some issues with our vehicles. So, hey, if you're into planning, you might want to go ahead and take your car in for some maintenance, and you might be able to prevent yourself from breaking down. Breaking down will cause you to be really frustrated and angry as well. So, yeah, we'll be clarifying this one as well. Okay, this is the card of your attitude, and here we have the Queen of Coins in the reverse position. So, the Queen of Coins, she's in her lower octave here. She's reacting in a rather moody way because she's experienced a material or a financial type of loss. And so she's reacting from being overly moody because this loss has affected her whole entire attitude. And you guys may have experienced a loss of some sort, whether it be of a material item. For some of you, it could be the car. Or it could be something else. You know, it could be finances. Whatever it may be. There is something that you have lost and you're reacting in a moody way. So, try to not focus on the loss so much. Because if we are stuck focusing on everything that's gone wrong, everything that's negative, everything that we lost, if we stay focused on those things, then we can literally attract more situations like that to us, like attracts like. So try to find your happy place, so to speak. You know, try to find something positive to turn your attention to. Try to focus on something positive. And better yet, just, you know, when you encounter this loss, how about just having the attitude, okay, I may have lost this, but I'm not going to let this drag me down. I'm not going to let this make me moody. I'm not going to let this make me withdraw. I'm just going to keep going with my head held high, and I'll achieve what I want. I'll achieve what I'm after. Because if you're very positive and have an attitude like that, in no time you will have this card upright and you will be achieving exactly what you want. Okay, this would be the position of how other people see you. Here we have the Page of Wands in the reverse position. So this can indicate that you could potentially receive some messages that could be pretty disappointing. So it could be disappointing news. But this could also be maybe you're waiting on a message and you're simply just not getting it. You know, so there could be an issue as far as a delay in receiving a message that you've been waiting on. You know, and this message that you've been waiting on, it might concern a job. It might concern, you know, a creative project that you have going on. This could be many different things. Because, you know, there's still a great desire with this Page of Wands to achieve. The Page of Wands is still very determined. Even when it's in the reverse position, they're still very determined. But they're encountering obstacles. Sometimes the Page of Wands in reverse can actually attract opposition. So you can actually attract someone who is opposed to what you want, which would definitely echo from the Chariot in reverse. You know, this could be someone that's a bit of an adversary or a bit of an enemy. Someone that doesn't want to see you succeed. But don't worry about them. They'll get theirs. You can't wish bad things on people and then expect your life to be fabulous. It doesn't work like that. But overall, this, you know, the Page of Wands, you're still very determined. You're still very confident. But you may encounter some disappointing news. And for some of you, this, you know, could actually be a child in your life. Some of you could receive some disappointing information about a child in your life. Okay, this is the position of hopes and fears. So here we have the Three of Cups in the reverse position. So this is basically indicating a close friendship that is out of balance. It's out of harmony. So we're experiencing issues here. A lot of times gossip can come up. Or if it's not gossip, maybe sometimes this would be you potentially saying something without thinking, and this ends up being very hurtful, so then you may need to apologize. But more times than not, I would associate this with gossip. So this seems pretty clear that this would be more on the fear side, because no one really wants to have an altercation with their friends. You know, we would prefer to have this upright so that we are all in harmony and celebrating. But in the reverse, it is the exact opposite. So this seems very much like a fear, what we would not want. For the final outcome card, we have the Ten of Cups. Hello. This is our happily ever after card. So, you know, this could be a happily ever after, you know, as far as, you know, a romantic relationship, if you so desire. But it does not have to be about a romantic relationship or a marriage. You know, this could be simply indicating that you have achieved exactly what you want. Perhaps you've been going after a goal, something that you're very passionate about and something that you love. And this would be you achieving it. And so there is a very strong sense of contentment and happiness because you achieved what you wanted. And this can also be indicating family happiness. Now, for the bottom of the deck, we have the World. So the World is about karmic rewards. This is like saying, job well done. You've been through it and you've passed your tests, and now the universe is ready to reward you. So whatever you may want, if you're trying to go after a job, the World is a wonderful card that can grant you your wish. If it is a relationship that you're after, it can be yours. The World brings us karmic gifts of the best kind. Okay. We have our Ace of Swords. We clarify. And we have Princess of Cups, which is also known as the Page of Cups. So, a lot of times this has to do with receiving romantic and or encouraging type of messages. You know, this could be physical mail, or this could be, you know, email, or, you know, personal messaging, you know, whether it be text message or over a social media site, whatever it may be. But, you know, this can indicate that you have messages that will be coming in, and they'll be rather encouraging of your new start. Some of them could even be romantic. Some of you may be desiring a romantic relationship and a new start. But for a lot of you, I feel that you're going to be receiving encouragement along with your new start. Okay, circumstances card, we have the Nine of Wands. So we get two clarifying cards. We get the Princess of Swords, which is also the Page of Swords. And then we get the Wheel of Fortune. So, Princess of Swords, also known as Page of Swords, you may receive some third-party information or some secret information, or you could even be spying, or someone could be spying for you. But overall, there is communication, there is a message, and perhaps this message is one that you feel that you need to defend yourself or others when you receive this message. But hey, you got the Wheel of Fortune, so luck is on your side. Whatever this situation is, you will be able to handle it because you're prepared for any and all adversity that comes your way. Regardless of the messages that come in here, luck is on your side. Now, from time to time, this can indicate that perhaps you may receive some disappointing news. And this disappointing news, you will have to think quickly, and you will have to react and make decisions quickly based off of this disappointing news that comes in. It comes in very quickly. But you got this. No matter what it is, you've got this. You can handle it. And luck is on your side. Okay, we had our focus card, which was the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. We clarify, we get the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. So, we've definitely got some new starts that are not turning out the way that we wanted them to. You know, sometimes this can indicate a false start. Maybe we took a wrong direction in a new start, or a new direction that we have went down. Perhaps we did not take into consideration, you know, everything that could occur. Maybe there was a lack of foresight. Maybe we just didn't think things through all the way. Maybe we just reacted and then thought about it later on. And, you know, so this can indicate that there is a need to start completely over. So for some of you that are in relationships, you may desire to completely start over. Whether it's with the same person and you just want to start over again, or just maybe you're ready to start over with someone new. Or maybe if you were doing something, you know, that you love, like, you know, career or, you know, hobby, creative wise, you know, maybe you started down a new path or a new path, and maybe it's just not turned out to be what you wanted it to be. Again, maybe things were not fully thought out, and sometimes we can just be caught off guard with obstacles and delays. And it's because we're being forced to go back to the start again so that we can start over. And when we start over, we really need to look at what caused our new start to fail. We need to identify what we did wrong so that we can prevent it from happening again. You know, I mean, this could also be a lack of momentum. Maybe what this new start that you had, maybe you weren't as passionate about it as you thought you were. It's always a possibility. Okay. Near future with a Chariot in reverse. And it is clarified by the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is about literally building a mental prison, and it's built out of our fears. And a lot of times with the Eight of Swords, we are feeling very restricted. we're having a hard time making a decision, and fear is the culprit behind all of it, because there's so many fears going through your mind that it just makes it impossible for you to just make a decision and stick with it. But you got to realize that this is taking place within the mind, so what has been done can be undone. You're not really trapped, okay? That's an illusion. You're not really trapped. You don't have to be trapped. You can simply choose to be like, hey, I'm not going to let my fear, maybe my fear of failure, maybe my fear of not achieving this goal, control me. I'm not going to do it. Essentially, you want to rein in control over that fear. Don't let that fear control your behavior or your actions, okay? Because fear wants to paralyze you. It wants to keep you in the same spot like a hamster on a wheel. The hamster's running, but he's not making it anywhere. And that's what fear does to us. So just know that you're really not as stuck as you think you are. Now, for a few of you, this can indicate that you may have someone that you're very close to that could potentially be in jail and or prison. Yeah, that can be quite literal sometimes. But overall, my general feeling for this card is that you guys fear that you're not going to achieve your goal. But don't let the fear control you. Because if fear has its way, you ain't going to make it nowhere. So you have to take control. Okay, our Ten of Cups, our outcome. And it's clarified by the Queen of Wands. So, the Queen of Wands, typically I refer to her as a Leo. But she's a very intuitive woman. That black cat, that is symbolic of her intuition. Now, the Queen of Wands, she has a very dominant presence. When she walks into a room, she will automatically, she or he, because this, could be male or female energy. But with this type of energy overall, no matter what, when this person enters a room, the attention will be put onto them immediately. They have a very commanding presence. Now, the Queen of Wands is excellent at creating new directions. And so, with achieving something that you've been going after, whether this be, family happiness, a happy marriage, a happy home, or maybe you've been pursuing, goals, and it's a goal that's very close to your heart and that you're very passionate about, and something you love doing, okay? Maybe your intuition has a little something to do with it. Or maybe you're simply deciding to make a new direction. You've obtained what you wanted. So you may decide to then set another goal and say, hey, I'm going to blaze a new path this way. I'm going to take my success, because how could we not say success with this beautiful rainbow here? I'm going to take my success and I'm going to start down a new path, or I'm going to blaze a new trail. But overall, the Queen of Wands, she is fantastic at literally creating, manifesting, materializing a new direction to go in. And with an achievement like that, hey, why not? Woohoo! Bottom of the clarifying deck, Three of Wands. So, yes. So, I believe a lot of you are focused and you are working towards starting down a new path. Perhaps you might be, I apologize for that background noise. Perhaps some of you are considering getting involved in a partnership. Some of you might even be traveling for work here. And this would be like long distance travel, you know, where you would travel over water, you know, by plane or, you know, car over a bridge or literally in a boat. But overall, this is about putting a plan into action. Things are materializing. And maybe this is a project that you start yourself, but you will automatically attract someone that's going to want to help you. And this person may want to be a partner. And the beautiful thing about the Three of Wands is this is a card of foresight. So this allows you to be able to look at the situation and plan for just about any scenario. And that way, if something comes up, you are ready and prepared to handle it, regardless of what it is. But this is beautiful. You know, see those ships coming in? They're coming in with cargo. They're coming in with resources that are yours. Hello. That's money coming in. Okay, we had our Ace of Swords clarified by the Princess of Cups, clarified by the Ten of Coins. So hey, maybe this new start that you're pursuing passionately with love, maybe it's to obtain your wealth. Maybe you're focused on your future and you're trying to build your wealth. So far we definitely have 2 10s. So you guys are definitely working towards, you know, completing things. This is wonderful energy. Yes, yes. Okay, we had our Nine of Wands, then clarified by the Princess of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, there we go. So, here we have the Two of Coins. So the Two of Coins is basically saying, you know, you're prepared to handle the adversity, but be prepared to juggle multiple situations. You may have several irons in the fire, but you can handle any adversity that comes your way. Luck is on your side, no matter what type of information that comes in. It could be disappointing, but don't let it throw you off your game because you're prepared to handle it. And this is showing that you just need to keep on pursuing what you want, what you're after, because you can juggle the many different situations that are occurring. You have several irons in the fire, but you are handling it with grace. So don't let any negative news knock you off your path, okay? Okay, we had our Ace of Cups and our Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, then we get the Two of Wands in the reverse position. So the Two of Wands in reverse is basically indicating backwards movement, okay? It's kind of like take one step forward, now take two back. We're back at square one. So that's not the best type of energy. Essentially, this is about, you know, true progress is not being made towards the goal that you want here. You know, maybe for some of you, you're trying to start a relationship, and maybe this is just not the direction you want to go, or maybe you feel like you took the wrong path to this start. But overall, the Two of Wands is saying if you want this, you need to get up and you need to move. You need to work towards this, because with the Two of Wands in reverse, no movement is taking place. You're not doing anything about it. You're just letting it be. So for some of you, you may want to let this be. If this doesn't interest you, then, you know, you may not feel like going after it. But overall, no action is being taken, no movement is being made other than backwards type movement. So some of you may feel like you've backslided a little bit. But the overall message and advice here is if you truly want this, then you need to move towards getting it. But you have to get up and you have to start moving. You got to take action to get what you want. Okay, we had our Chariot in the reverse position. We clarified we got the Eight of Swords. Okay. And then we got the Five of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, now the Five of Cups in reverse, you know, this can... Essentially, there was a loss or a disappointment associated with what you were trying to achieve here. But the overall message here is don't focus on the loss. Don't focus on the grief. You know, take heart that tomorrow is a new day. And, you know, you will have more chances. You know, but a lot of times, you know, there's a feeling of grief, loss, you know. Sometimes, you know, painful emotions can come up here, and, well, fear can be pretty painful too. But overall, you're healing, okay? Your hope and your happiness is returning. It will return, and that's really how you need to look at it. Sure, you may have experienced a setback, maybe you experienced a loss, but it is temporary, okay? Because you will heal from it, okay? And your confidence and your happiness, and it's all going to return, and it's going to work for you. It's going to work to your benefit. You know, don't be afraid to make new plans or to modify your existing plans. Don't be afraid. Because with this type of energy, you know, sure, you may have had the disappointment or the loss, but you know, you've got renewed hope. You know, it doesn't have to, you know, be trashed completely. This is a personal decision that is for you guys. You know what's best. You know, maybe this goal that you were going after, maybe it's something you truly want. And if so, then you need to stay focused, because you will get there. You will get there. You just need to take some time, and rein that fear in. Don't let that fear control you or get into your head any more than what it already is. Because you will get what you want and what you're going after if you truly want it. Now, if it's something that you started and you wasn't so sure about it, then you may decide, I'm just going to go in a new direction completely. And that's okay too. We're all different. We all have our own journey. And you got to do what is best for you. And only you know what that is. But overall, the advice here is rise above any loss or disappointment that you have. Rise above it. Because your confidence and your hope is coming back, and no matter what type of disappointment or loss this was, it can't keep you down for long, okay? It can't. And also with this particular energy as advice, you just might be able to come up with a creative solution to solve this issue so that you can achieve it, or you just might simply have a spectacular inspiration about, gee, I should go down this route. Maybe I should do this. Whatever it may be for you, just know, rise above whatever this may be. Rise above it. Because the confidence is going to return to you. You will get control of that fear, and your confidence will come back. And you can truly achieve whatever you want if you put your mind to it. Okay, we had our Ten of Cups. We clarify we have the Queen of Wands. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Ace of Swords. We started, and we're going to end with it. Ace of Swords and Seven of Wands. Okay. So for advice, yes. Swift action and movement. Very focused on getting what you want. Pursuing this new direction. These aces are on your side. But I'm also being shown you've got some stiff competition, and whichever direction you decide to go, there is some stiff competition. With the Ace of Swords, this allows us to stay very focused. So you can compete if that's what you desire to do. You can compete and you can win. It's just a matter of, if you want to. But there is competition. Whatever this new direction is, you will have competition. But hey, if you want it, keep pursuing it. And don't give up. Be determined. And you will persevere. It's that simple. Okay. Alright, bottom of the deck for advice is Hanging Man in the reverse position. So some of you, well, not some of you, all of you, this type of energy, you are hanging on to an outdated, outmoded way of life. You have changed, okay? You've had a tremendous change within you, okay? You are not the same person that you used to be. And when we have the Hanging Man in the reverse position, a lot of times people will try to continue living like nothing has changed. It's like they're trying to continue on in the lifestyle that they've been living, even though that this tremendous change has taken place within them. They're still trying to put that facade back on, and when really what you're trying to hang on to, because this is about hanging on to the past, whatever you're trying to hang on to, it really isn't serving you any more purpose. So you really need to just let it go so that you can move forward. You know, you can't deny that a big change has taken place within you. And so you need to be true to yourself. Don't try to be someone who you used to be when you know that's not who you are now. Above all, you must be true to yourself, okay? Be true to yourself. Okay, I have some love oracle cards here. These are for my single Geminis. First one we have is separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So some of you may have been attached and then you were not anymore. Maybe you decided to take time apart from someone. Or maybe it was a mutual decision. Or maybe it was their decision. Or maybe you were just choosing to keep yourself separated because you just simply don't want to be in a relationship. No judgment here, to each his own. Now, for our next card, we have attraction. You attract romance, romantic love, by enjoying this moment fully. Yep, so just enjoy life, be in the moment, and enjoy it. And if you so desire love, you can attract that to you. If not, don't worry about it. Okay, this would be for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs that are attached. Those who are in a relationship and or married. First card, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So yes, finances and career could be causing some friction. And then we have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay. Especially if you are having issues with your finance and career that's causing issues between you and your partner, you know, be sure to express your love, you know, make that romantic gesture. Let them know that, you know that finances or your job has been getting, you know, in the way. Just let them know that you do love them. And that'll help to quell any issues. We don't need any extra issues. Okay. I hope this reading helps you. And I want to let you guys know I love you. I will talk to you guys next month. And in the meantime, I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. Talk to you next month.